Michael, is that a question of 1-0 will do very nicely?
Yeah, I think so, John. I think it was a case of a League One football match in difficult circumstances with the weather and the slippiness, and I think in the end it's a real professional job from the lads, and I thought their mentality after we scored the goal, we knew they were probably going to chuck it on us and would have to deal with things, so I can't remember a big save that George had to make, so I was really impressed with our defensive discipline today. But you have to win games 1-0. You have to win games in this league 1-0, and I think in the end a real professional job.
You and I talked earlier about the number of late goals that have been conceded. Was that in the mind today, thinking we're not going to let that happen again?
Well, we've talked about it. We've talked about how it's important that we need to make sure that we don't become too passive late on. But I thought today the balance of the team, it's always difficult when you're 1-0 up. They're always going to come out, late on and put it in our box and deal with those things, and we have to defend well. But I thought first half, we picked a really attacking team today, and I thought there was moments in the first half where we were great on the ball. We were carving them open. I thought the goal was a great goal from the lads. Probably should have had one or two, more shots on target because we went through a couple of times, so it could have been more. But then as the game goes on, it's 1-0. You have to have a mentality and a strong will to make sure that you don't give up chances, and I think there's probably one half chance that they created. Other than that, we did a job.
You've spread the goals around this season, but nice for Rico to be on the mark. He's had his disappointment with injuries recently as well, but he's come back firing pretty well.
Yeah, he's looking good. I thought he started the season really well, and then he got a few knocks and a few injuries. He's found himself, on the physio table, but now he's back in and raring to go. And you saw his quality today, especially the way he took that goal. But I thought in other moments you saw his quality as well, where he can get on the ball inside the game. So he's a real threat for us, and I thought there was some really good performances out there. I thought Conor McGrandles again today was superb. I thought Tom Hamer dealing with a real physical battle with Stockley was magnificent, alongside Sonny again, great. So there were some really top performances in there. But you have to win these games, we have to win these games 1-0. They look on paper easy games, but I can assure you there's no easy game in League One at the moment. You look at the results today and some teams have dropped points again. It's, some teams are, that are on a good run get beat. So there's no doubt in my mind this league, anybody can beat anybody, and we just needed to get the job done today, take the 3 points and another win at home, which is fantastic.
Is it important you've passed another milestone, you've gone beyond 30 points now?
Yeah, it's just, I keep saying to lad, this 3 points against Port Vale is no different from getting 3 points from somebody else in the league. It just feels like, I think sometimes there's a bit of pressure because they're bottom, and there's an expectation that everybody thinks you just turn up and win these games. You don't just turn up and win these games. You can see that you have to perform, you have to defend well, you have to score goals, and it was a great goal. So I think that is great. I thought the fans today were magnificent because, especially towards the end of the game where they're really helping the team. It's a wet day, it's hard to come out, but I thought we packed the stadium magnificently, so makes it a tough place for them. And, hopefully again we've got another big game on Tuesday, so we're going to need the fans because we want to take that competition seriously as well. So yeah, we're just looking forward to going to the next game, and we love it at home because we've said about making this place a real fortress, and everyone now knows how hard it is to come here, which is great.
Without being presumptuous, it's good you've got a match on Tuesday where you can use other members of a big squad. Yeah,
the squad's, there's so many players that want to get time and want to get on the pitch, and it's very difficult for them when we're doing so well. We're up in the league. I don't know where we are at the moment, but we want to keep doing it and keep pushing. But also gives you an opportunity to look and rest a few. But to be honest, again, it won't be a development team on Tuesday. We're into the next round of the cup, and it will be a team that we think can go on the pitch and win that game. But that will be looking at it tomorrow and Monday and see what team we can put out there.
Got a blank Saturday, strangely, next Saturday. What are you going to do with yourself?
Training.
Really?
The lads will be in. Yeah, the lads will be in training. They won't like that because it's probably the first time they've heard it. So, no, we've got to keep working. There's one thing that the lads know. I thought this week we had the lads have been magnificent. Even the lads that aren't in the squad training on Thursday, Friday you can see the competitiveness. You can see how everybody wants to get in the team, but how they help each other. How they help each other when they know tactically, and I thought there was some magnificent performances from the subs today. I thought when Colo came on, he showed all of the experience, to buy fouls and get up the pitch, and I thought all of them that came on added to it. And I keep saying to him, we're in the winter. You can see that today. We now move into that period which is about picking points up on the road, picking points up against teams like this, so that when we come out the back end of January, we want to be in and around it. That's for sure.